skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds.
This is Rumble with Michael Moore, and welcome to our special Blue Tsunami series of podcasts. We're doing 12 mini podcasts, and the whole purpose of this is we are going to turn some red areas of this country into blue. This is episode number 4, entitled, It's Time to Form Your Own Local Democratic Party.
Nothing but blue skies from now on.
So I pointed out to you how many victories there were on November 8th in red areas won by blue candidates, and that you're not alone now. You know this. Thousands in your county voted for Biden in 2020. They voted in the midterms. And then there are all the people that didn't vote that actually agree with you on these issues. You've already got an army of foot soldiers at your side. Local people who agree with you. It's time to organize them. We're not going to try to convince Republicans or Trumpsters to have a conversion here. That's not going to happen. What we are going to do is get the people out who already agree with us, get them together, have them join us, and let's have some fun doing this. Let's not make this the same old dreary political thing that nobody ever wants to be part of. So you need to put the word out that there's a new blue community here, a new blue caucus, a new movement in town of people who are sick and tired of the old way and are ready for change and are going to work for it. When you start to put that word out, whether it's online, whether it's at the grocery store, the bookstore, the community college, whatever, you are going to get a response. You just have to set up a little bit of infrastructure here. Even if it's just you and 2 of your friends, 3 of you can start this. Think of all the changes throughout history that have started, not with thousands of people to begin with. Sometimes it's just a couple people. JC, he had 12 guys that were fishermen. That's all that was. Look what happened. Jeez. Marx had Engels. That's it. Just 2 old farts sitting around a fireplace in London trying to keep their hands warm. One of them would say something. They go, yeah, write that one down. That's a good one. Workers should own the means of production. Write that down. Write that down. I like that. That's all that was. 2 guys. You know, sometimes it is just a few people. One woman on a city bus in Montgomery, Alabama, wouldn't give up her seat to the white man. Boom! Look what happened. Emmett Till's mother, look what she did when her son was brutally murdered. So many movements are ignited by just one individual, by one single mother. She was not going to remain quiet. And she helped to ignite a modern-day civil rights movement. So, please don't tell me it's just you and a couple of friends. That's 2 more than the guys that wrote the Communist Manifesto, okay? I'm just saying. It's time to form your own local Democratic Party or club. Now, maybe there's a good Democratic Party in your town or your county. Go to the next meeting and see if it is. Now, I'm going to warn you, actually, that when you go in a red area to a Democratic Party meeting, sometimes there's going to be somewhere between 4 and 8 people there. I'm serious. And you may say to yourself, okay, now I see why we're not electing any Democrats here and why there's no outreach to build our roles. But you may find that there's really good people there at this monthly meeting of the local Democrats. So you'll figure it out, whether you want to just help shore up the existing structure that's there, or just say, you know what, we need to form something new here, because there really isn't a Democratic presence in this red town, this red county. So what do you do to form your own group? Well, first you got to come up with a name. Try to come up with a name that's good for your area. I mean, I can give you some ideas. Just take the name of your town and just put left after it. You're in Wichita, Kansas? Now you're the Wichita Left. Call yourselves the Young Progressives. Even if you're not young, it just sounds good. Sounds like you might meet somebody there. The Dems of Durango. I like that one. We are the Dems of Durango. Or the ODI. Yes, are we going to the ODI meeting? ODI? What do you mean ODI? Oh, that's the Oshkosh Democrats and Independents. Some towns, they want to include the independents in their local Democratic club. So they call themselves the Independent Democrats or the Democrats and Independents of, Green Bay, Wisconsin or whatever. So you could make any of this up. I mean, you got that huge swath of red area in the Central Valley of California, and you live there, and you're like, okay, we have to fix this. Let's just will it to happen. We're going to call our group Blue Bakersfield. Blue Bakersfield. Oh, did you hear there's a meeting of Blue Bakersfield? No, where is it? People are going to want to go to that. Let me tell you that there's blue and there's blue candidates in and around Bakersfield, California. How about liberal Louisiana? I'm going to the liberal Louisiana meeting. Why not? Trust me, there are thousands of liberals in Louisiana. It's not crazy to say that. It exists. It's just not organized. If you live in a red part of Louisiana and there's no real Democratic presence there, you can create it. There's no law that says you can't, and there's every need for you to do this. Or pick the name of a well-known liberal progressive that you would want to attach the name of your town's Democratic Party to. Call yourself the Fargo FDRs, the Jasper JFKs, the River Rouge Rosa Parks Club, downriver Detroit. Or there are probably famous people that were born in your town that would love to be associated with the idea that you're trying to stop the Republican insurgents and bigots. Stevie Wonder, born in Saginaw, Michigan. Now it's the Stevie Wonder Dems of Saginaw. The Madonna movement of Bay City. Madonna, born in Bay City, Michigan. She wants to save this country. The Magic Johnson Democrats of Lansing. Yes. Right? That just makes the club that much more cool. And you want to encourage people to be part of this, that it's going to be fun. It's not going to be the same old tired political hacks and hackery that goes on. So come up with a good name. Write a very brief mission statement and propose it at the first meeting to the crowd. And the mission statement should be very simple. Something like, we are the American majority. And say why. Or you're in Toledo, we are Toledo. Liberals, progressives, Democrats, we are Toledo. Here's why we're Toledo. We are your neighbors. We are here to help you with anything you need. On the next podcast tomorrow, I'm going to suggest to you the good that you could do for the people in your red town. And then explain to people that we local Democrats, we local progressives, we are here to get you paid more income. We are here to have you pay less taxes and have the rich pay more. We are here to make sure that we have laws in this country that cover you whenever you are sick, that will see to it that your kids go to college and not be in debt for 20 years. Our purpose here in this town is to keep the government out of your bedroom. Just a very simple mission statement that I'm certain 60% of decent people would agree with this and would want to participate in it. Again, you're in a red area. I realize, it's not going to be the majority by tomorrow, but we've got to start somewhere. And we saw on November 8th how many red areas went blue. And then maybe for this first gathering you're going to have, you've put the word out, people have shown up. Just very simple. Tonight, we just want to set 3 goals for the local Democrats here. Then we're just going to suggest 3 jobs that we can all participate in doing. So the 3 goals could be this. Our first goal here in Little Rock is we're going to find all the blue voters in this area. The thousands that I'm referring to that believe what you believe, that voted for the people you voted for. Get the names of the people who've registered as Democrats or who voted in the last Democratic primary. If they voted, they've been marked down, that's a public document. You can go into the city clerk or the county clerk and say, I'd like to get a copy of the voting rolls. And especially in the states where you have to register as a Democrat or a Republican or an independent, you can get the Democratic list, the names and addresses of everybody who's registered as a Democrat. There might be a small fee involved in this, but I think you can get it digitally now in most places. There's no reason not to have this. Don't you want to know who your new friends are? So once you've identified who is a Democrat in your town or who thinks like a Democrat, job 2, we're going to create visibility for the Democrats. People are going to know of our existence. No one is going to say there aren't any Democrats around here anymore. We're going to be everywhere. We got to set up and do some community outreach to help our neighbors, to be the go-to place. We need to, all of us, we all agree, we have to have 2 of us attend every governmental meeting in the county. Every county board of commissioner meeting, every city council meeting, every school board meeting. The Democrats, the local Democrats, will be there. And we will report back to our group. And if we need to say something at that meeting, we're going to speak up and say something. And we need a party headquarters. There's got to be a Democrat in town, somebody that's got a building, that's got an empty storefront, an office, something where we can be visible. We can hang a sign out. Once we are visible, once our presence is felt, watch it grow. It will grow and grow and grow. The third job, we're going to recruit great candidates for the next election. And I'll get into all these in the upcoming podcasts here this week, these mini podcasts. So that's it. You need to have that first meeting. You need to bring people together. It doesn't have to have a lot of people. And the whole thing can start with just 3 or 4 of you and your friends putting this together, getting the notice out there. Don't have a long meeting. Make it fun. Have some food and drinks there. Let's do things differently. Let's not keep doing the same old in red states and red counties where the Democrats just have tried to present themselves as best they can as the loyal opposition. We're not loyal. We're more than just the opposition. We have something really great to offer people. And when they hear what we really stand for, when they see who we really are, they are going to flock to the new Democratic Party in this red county. I promise you, this is going to happen more often than not. But you've got to believe. You already know that you're not alone. And you already know that we had a huge success on November 8th. And we need to keep that going here in 2023. You know how they always say at the end of the Thanksgiving parade on TV where, there's Santa and they say, well, they're going to start working on next year's Thanksgiving parade tomorrow. How they always say that. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think anybody on the Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, is actually building next year's floats. But their point is, we don't start working on this parade a month before Thanksgiving. We cannot start working on the 2024 election at the beginning of 2024. We need to build on our momentum now. And we can do this. And one of the great things we can do to provide true hope for people is to show how many seats we can flip, whether they're congressional seats, state reps, state senate, county commissioner, dog catcher, whatever it is. We need more Democrats on the ballot and getting elected. And we've seen now how it can happen. And I am going to be a conduit for this and share this with you. This is only episode 4. We've got 8 more episodes to go. I'll see you tomorrow where we're going to talk about some very specific things that you can do in your town that is going to endear you to people. Who did that? I heard it was the Democrats. Wow. Really? Yeah. The Democrats did this. Oh. Yeah, I always did kind of like them. Back when I voted, I used to vote for them. Mm-hmm. Well, by the way, just as a caveat here, the state Democratic Party may oppose what you're doing, but that's okay because, What have they ever done for us? Sorry, not sorry. All right, my friends, I want to thank my producer and editor, Angela Vargos, for this mini podcast today. And we'll be back at you tomorrow with our next episode of Blue Dots in a Red Sea. We'll see you then. This is Michael Moore. Be well.